You are going to watch the live stream of SYWK podcast, and it's going to start soon. Very soon. We are going to start the live stream soon.
Hello, and welcome once again to another live stream of SYWK podcast. And you are listening to the late night horror show where I share some scary stories. And if you also have some stories, you can join in and you can share. So, people who are there on Instagram, basically, I'm live mainly on YouTube. So, my YouTube link is available on my YouTube link is available in my bio, so you can go check it out and come and join me live on YouTube. Yes. So for tonight's live stream, I am going to talk about a web series which I recently watched, which is called as The Watcher. Then another web series which I am currently watching, it's available on Netflix. It is called as Cabin of Curiosity. So I'm going to talk about that as well. I'm going to give you the review and I will tell you if it is worth watching or no. Then I have a couple of new stories. So stay tuned and let me see who's there online. Oh ho, Melvin Fernandes. Guess who is watching alone? Yes, it's Melvin. Melvin, namaskar. I hope you're doing fine. And if you would like to join in, I know you feel a bit shy, but if you'd like to join in, then please do join in and share something with me. And if you have watched The Watcher, I would like to discuss with someone. Basically, very soon Alex is also going to join in. I want to discuss with someone about this Netflix series called as Watcher because I completed the season 1, but I did not understand the ending, and that is quite confusing. So I need to discuss with someone. Not now, Ray Baba. I'm too dressed. I'm not dressed to broadcast. Arey Baba, you don't need to put the camera on. You can just put the camera off. If you are comfortable, I stopped watching Watcher, boring as fuck. That's the thing, I started watching, okay, and then I got busy, and then when I got free, I completed the web series. But a lot of people on the live stream, like Alex, Priyanka, and many others, told me you should watch it, but the ending is disappointing. Now I need to know because the ending is confusing. I really don't know what the ending means, And now, since you have not watched it, I'm not going to spoil the fun. It is not that great. It is, how do I say? 1 minute. The Watcher. Okay. So basically, we are discussing about the Watcher. So before I discuss Dr. Sam, hi bro, what's up? So basically, Dr. Sam, I am live on YouTube. So do join me on YouTube. The link of my channel is in the bio, so you can click and you can join in. So yeah, as we were discussing about the Watcher, it is not totally related to paranormal. you can call it like a thriller web series, because there is no ghost, there is no paranormal thing happening throughout the season 1. Now the thing is, they have kept like a cliffhanger where towards the end of season 1 they did not end with a conclusion, and now we need to wait for season 2. It is little bit slow in between, but then the thing is, the curiosity level of from the first episode, where everyone wants to know who's the watcher. Now I completed the season and I did not understand who really is the watcher, because one person saying he's the watcher, then as per the web series they picturize someone else as a watcher, so I'm still confused. I really don't know who's the watcher, so it is kind of confusing. I'm waiting for Alex, I'm waiting for Priyanka. If they join in, I would like to discuss, because I believe Alex and Priyanka, both of them watched the complete web series, and they would like to tell me what did they like and why did they tell me to watch it till the end. Anyways, moving forward, now till people don't join in, I have an interesting story which I would like to tell you all, and I will give this a title. Okay, so basically there is a Instagram page. Okay, the page handle is The Indian Idiot. So basically it's an Instagram page where they do a lot of different stuff. So last week was Halloween, and then they released a post saying that if you guys have any supernatural or paranormal stories, then you can share it with us. So now this uploaded and posted some of the scary stories which they got from their followers. So now I am going to rob their stories and I'm going to narrate it for you guys. So I will tell you one story. There are a couple of stories, but I'm not going to tell you all because I did not find all interesting. But the one which I found interesting, I'm going to narrate it. And the title is called as The Painting. Hi Arjun, I'm live on YouTube, so do join me on YouTube. So everything, people will be coming on the live stream, they'll be sharing, so you're not able to hear anything, you'll only able to hear my voice. So it's better that you join in on YouTube so that we can enjoy. We know, you and me, yes, we can enjoy the live stream. Anyways, so now I am going to narrate a story where the title is called as The Painting. Okay, I'll break down this story into 3 parts. First of all, I think so Melvin is still there. Can you let me know if you can hear me properly? Is my voice fine? Am I audible? Please just tell me yes. I would just, because I did not check it, but let me check it from my device. Give me a minute. Yes. Okay. So now the story, what I'm going to tell you is, the title is called The Painting. Okay, and this story is basically from India, and I will break this into 3 parts. First, I will give you the backstory, I'll give you the character introduction, then I will come to the main incident, and the third part we can discuss if it is logical or if it is not logical. Okay, so to begin with the first part, now the story is revolving around one main character. Okay, and let's name the character Priyanka. Okay, Priyanka is one of my favorite person, and all the stories are after her. So yeah, so Priyanka is the main character. She's living in Mysore. Okay, now in the year 2018, in the month of January, she gets a call from a old friend who lives in Mangalore. Not Bangalore, not B, but in Mangalore. So now this old friend contacts Priyanka out of nowhere. It's been couple of months, years that they haven't spoken, but suddenly this guy, let's name this guy Melvin, because since Melvin is there on the live stream, let's name him Melvin. So now Melvin contacts Priyanka and he tells her that, listen, I have made a beautiful painting and I would like to gift you that. So Priyanka is little bit stunned and shocked, because out of nowhere, where they are not in touch with each other for so many months and years, suddenly, how did this guy call me? And she felt a very weird vibe. But she said, it's okay, no problem. But Priyanka said that I am staying in Mysore and you are staying in Mangalore. How am I going to receive the painting? So Melvin said, I myself will come and give you the painting. So now Melvin from Mangalore all the way, he goes to Mysore just to hand deliver one sweet, beautiful painting. And the painting was basically a portrait of Priyanka. So now looking at that, Priyanka was like, wow, this is amazing. No one has, given me a gift, something like that. So she said, thank you so much. They had a little bit small talk, small conversation. And then khalas. Now Melvin is back to Mangalore and Priyanka is in Mysore. Now Priyanka has her own room, so she decides to hang the painting right next to the bed where she sleeps. Now I'll tell you what is the main incident and what actually happened with Priyanka. See, before I tell you the incident, I would like to tell you something that, for me, I believe a lot in terms of vibe. In terms of, when I meet someone, I get to know if the person is like a positive energy or a negative energy. So I believe a lot in vibe. Even when you go to a place, even when you, for example, if you go to the church or a temple or a mosque, everyone is praying there. So positive vibes. But then, you go to office, in short, negative vibes. So I believe a lot in vibes. So the story of Priyanka, what actually happened is, when she hung the painting on the wall, which was behind her bed, after a while, she started getting completely different negative vibes. Every night she used to get up in around 3-4 o'clock, and she used to feel that, someone is there in her room. So Priyanka is single. She's not dating anyone. She's not married. Parents are there, but parents are living in another room. I mean, sleeping in another room, and Priyanka is sleeping in her own room. But every night she could feel something very weird. Like someone is staring at her. Even, when she's there in the day, or when she's sitting in the evening and reading or studying or doing whatever, she can feel that she's not alone in the room. After a while, what happened is, she noticed the painting and she started getting a very creepy and negative vibes from the painting. Now it was quite strange that she did not know what to do, because even if she tells her parents, no one will believe her. So what she decided, that she will tell one of her friends that, so and so thing is happening. Even her friends, said, no, I think so, you're just overthinking, and a lot of things. So she ignored that and she decided, to change her mindset. She thought that, maybe she's going through some problems and she's just overthinking. But that creepiness or the weird negative vibes, what she used to get only in her room, it was not getting over. It was not that, one day it just got over. It continued day by day, and every day she got scared. In fact, eventually, she did not wanted to stay in her room. She started sleeping in the hall, or she started sleeping with her parents. It had gone that bad. Now, to come to a conclusion, her parents, especially her mother, Priyanka's mother, understood that something is wrong with Priyanka. So she decided to check with her, Baba, what is wrong with you? After a while, Priyanka decided, I need to speak to someone, and she told everything to her mother. Now, her mother is not very religious, but she knows people from their religion who can help them. Now, directly they went to a priest and they started speaking and they started telling, that this is the problem, this is what is happening. So the priest decides to come home and he decides to take a tour in Priyanka's complete house. So he went to her bedroom, he went to her parents' bedroom, he went to the hall, washroom, balcony, everywhere. And then he makes them sit in the hall and he tells them that there is one object in your apartment which has an evil eye. Someone has done black magic on you. But the thing is, that person has not directly done on you. There is an object in the house which is spreading the negative energy. And immediately after the priest saying his prayers and doing all his rituals, he got to know that the painting which Melvin gave Priyanka was the negative energy. So basically, the conclusion of the story was Melvin really liked Priyanka and he had sent a marriage proposal. But Priyanka did not like him and she rejected. And just because of that, Melvin, in anger, he put an evil eye on Priyanka. So basically, he created that painting and he did something in terms of black magic, or he did something where he put a lot of negative energy in that. And the minute that painting goes to anyone's house, that person's life will get destroyed. That person will start feeling low, that person will start getting depressed, and this is what was happening for Priyanka. So to come to a conclusion, Priyanka eventually took off the painting and threw it away. But the fuck up is, no one knows where the painting is right now. Priyanka did not burn it. She just threw it away. Now this is kind of similar to the movie, the Annabelle movie, where in that the doll was the object, but in this a painting is an object. So the fuck up is, when Priyanka submitted the story, in the last line she said that the painting cannot be found and it is definitely in someone else's house. So be careful if you find the story, or if you find someone telling you the story that I have some negative vibes or something and there is a painting in the house. Be careful. And now to talk and to discuss about the story, I never believed in black magic, but then I did tell you guys that there was a couple who had experienced black magic in the country where I live, and after that I started believing. So then I started researching more about black magic, and then I got to know that there are some voodoo dolls, there are like objects, people take your hair, people take a lot of things and curse on you. And also there is one thing which I recently found out, that if someone does black magic on you and you get to know, and with the help of a priest or with the help of a person who knows how to handle black magic, you can reverse it as well. You can put the black magic on them. So it is people who do black magic, they are at a high risk because they can get it back. So yeah, this was the story of Priyanka, and the title was The Painting. Melvin is saying, mistake, need to leave the chat. Even I'm shocked. Priyanka is here. Hey Priyanka, I hope you heard the story. Hi Priyanka, got the painting? Who's there on Instagram? Who's that one person who's there on Instagram? A lot of people are there on YouTube, so do join me on YouTube. to join me on YouTube. So yeah, that was the story about Priyanka and her painting, and it is quite creepy. I don't understand, but it's quite creepy. But now I'm not sure if it is true or not, because always remember one thing: my live streams and a lot of live streams, especially horror live streams, are only for entertainment, especially my live streams. And do not believe everything what I share and what people come and share. It's all for entertaining. Chill, relax, and just chill. That is what I can say. Because I don't want people to start believing and it creates blind faith. This is what I don't want. I just want to chill. Priyanka is saying, yes, I did. Creepy stuff people do. Yes. And off lately, getting to know more about black magic is quite creepy, and you need to kind of stay away. And especially black magic is quite famous in the Middle East country. A lot of people are jealous of each other, and it's a long story. But anyways, Priyanka, I am waiting for you to join, because I want to speak to you about the web series called as The Watcher. Okay, now Alex and Priyanka told me that watch it, especially Alex. I did watch it. It's decent, good enough. But I want to know what happened towards the end. Who is the real watcher? So Priyanka, if you're available to join in for 5 minutes, do join in and explain me and explain us, the people who are watching, who is the real watcher, because I did not understand. So I need to discuss with someone. So if Priyanka is there, or if anyone who's there on the live stream and who has watched the Netflix series called as The Watcher, please do join in and we can discuss. Okay, so I'll be waiting. Melvin is saying, let's go to Bala. Oh, Melvin, Bala. So basically, Melvin, if you're still there, it was quite creepy and strange. So a lot of people still don't know where I actually live. And I don't like to disclose my actual location because of several reasons and because of the rules and regulation in the country where we are living in. So there was a guy who joined in on my live streams couple of weeks before, and he was basically from Pakistan. So Priyanka, I'll just give me 2 minutes. So he was basically from Pakistan, and he didn't know basically where I am from. Basically he thought I might be from India. So he said that one of his cousins stay somewhere in Nizwa or somewhere, and his cousin went to Bala Fort for a normal day trip, I think so, on a Friday or a Saturday. So what happened is, that guy, the Pakistani guy, he took a camera, basically a phone, and he was recording everything, clicking some pictures, and there were like group of people, So he went and he came back. Now in the evening when he was sitting, he recorded one video. Just a random video of where people are walking and they are talking, they are cracking jokes and all. When he seen that video, he found something extremely strange, which made him scared. Now he was talking, after that he spoke to his cousin from Pakistan who had joined the live stream. So the cousin told the guy from Nizwa that, why don't you share that video? But the creepy part was, he tried sharing that video a couple of times, but it was just not going. And after that, the guy in Nizwa, he fell sick. He was completely gone, in the sense he could not get up. He had completely become weak. And Pakistanis, how strong they are. They can lift one entire fridge with one arm. So they're that strong. So he got completely sick, and then eventually, the story went to the family. Everyone got to know. So to come to a conclusion, the guy from Pakistan, he said, boss, you delete that video from your phone. And after that, after he deleting the video from the phone, everything became back to normal. So this was quite strange, and it was a coincidence because where we are from, and the guy told us the story of the same country, and it was quite creepy, man. It was quite creepy for me. So yeah, I'm getting Priyanka in 3, 2, and 1.
Hi Desmond.
Namaskar.
नमस्कार.
कसा आहे तुम्ही?
मी बरी आहे. तू कसा आहे?
मी छान आहे.
Very good.
Okay.
I think I was there on live when you that person had narrated the story to you.
Yes. It's
Very
quite
scary.
creepy. Yeah, quite creepy. But before we go ahead, people who have just joined in and people who are there on the live stream, you need to like this stream. Don't forget, because if you like, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It will just, YouTube will push the video to a lot of people. So do like the stream, do share it with your friends and family. And if you feel comfortable, you can join the stream as well. You don't need to put the camera on. It's more than enough, if I can hear your voice. Yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead. Priyanka, how are you?
I'm good. So how did you like the series The Watcher?
That is why I called you, and that is
Yes.
I wanted to discuss. See, now when I started watching the first episode, like, it was like, wow, like, the first episode was like, okay, full of suspense. They shifted to a new villa apartment, whatever you can call it, and they invested a lot in that apartment, and then suddenly they start getting letters. Now
Correct.
it is going to be all spoilers, so people who have not watched The Watcher on Netflix, do not leave the stream. You can mute yourself. Do not leave the stream. But from now on, it's going to be spoilers. So yeah, so I will tell you what was my conclusion, what I understood, and then we can discuss. So eventually, gradually, when the episode started going ahead, the story started going ahead, I got to know that one of the letters which the family were getting was not written by the Watcher, but was written by the husband itself, because
Correct.
I think so he wanted to waive off the loan or something. I did not get
Correct.
the correct point. Yeah. Then towards the end,
that was the point.
Yeah, that was the point. Yeah. So towards the end of the web series, I was totally lost and confused because I did not know what actually happened. Was the Watcher the black guy who was like the security who did the CCTV camera? Was the
No.
Watcher the husband itself? Was
No.
the Watcher that female, like, who was the real estate, who already had some
Yeah.
relationship with the cop? Was
No.
she the Watcher? Or I don't know who else was there, I forgot, but I need to know who was the Watcher and what was the ending. Can you explain me that?
Well, The Watcher is still unanimous up till now, because as they said, it's based on true events. So I
Okay.
think there's this one stupid weirdo who's been doing this for a lot of years, wherein maybe he's obsessed with the house or something, and that's why he keeps sending those letters to get rid of the people staying there. And there are like secret passageways within the house. You saw there was a tunnel, and then in the end, when the friend who was the broker, the real estate agent, when she was staying with the dog, there was a secret passage that came out of the stairway where he came, and
Correct,
then he went to attack her.
But the passage was going to the opposite house.
That was the tunnel that they found in the basement side. This was
Okay,
the other one that they showed in the end, the
Okay.
last episode.
Tell me one thing. There was one guy, okay, who came to the family's house and he was making a sandwich. And then, you
Yeah.
remember the guy with the specs?
Yeah, I
Okay, so
remember. His name was
there-
John.
John, okay. John also had a backstory where,
Yeah. He
he
murdered
killed
his family.
Yeah, family, this, that, and all. So was that true or was that made up?
As per what we saw on the show, it was true, because there were like paper clippings and stuff.
Okay.
Because if you remember, the husband, he was saying, Like I remember seeing this in the old newspaper article that the girl who had secretly come in his bed that his wife thought that he was cheating on with was wearing the same kind of clothes that the daughter was shot and killed in of that
Okay.
John.
Yes, and who was that girl? Was it a ghost or that was like a setup done by someone?
I think it was a setup. I think
It
it
was
was
a
a
setup.
setup done by John and that weird siblings who were staying opposite the house.
Okay,
I
because
think they did it.
the black lady, the beautiful black lady who had
Yeah,
cancer and she eventually died,
yeah,
she did tell the main character that she did everything and she blah blah blah, she did everything, she was the past owner and this that and all, but that was false, that was not true, right? She
yeah.
just
Because it was wanted to give them a closure so that the husband could really move on. Because now what had happened was, towards the end, they showed that they were like both husband and wife were obsessed with that house and who was sending them letters and who disrupted all their peace of mind and everything. So just and the husband was always going back to it, but who did it? Why would he did it? Why were they doing this? Why were they torturing us? What did they want? There's so many unanswered questions. So that's why she made up this whole fake narrative that, oh, I was the one who did this because I wanted the house and this and that. But then eventually you get to know that even she lied.
yeah,
And
but
then, hmm,
to come to a conclusion now, towards the last episode of The Watcher,
yeah,
they sold the place, okay, and then after that, a new couple is staying there,
yeah, a new family
and
is moved in.
yeah, and towards the end, the main character, I mean the husband, he's in the car
Hmm.
and he is looking at the
He's watching the
house.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's watching the house and he gets a call from the wife, and he tells the wife that I'm somewhere here only in traffic, I'm coming home, and
Yeah.
he goes ahead and behind that his
The
wife is
wife's
there.
car. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. No, that they were so obsessed with why this house was getting these letters and why were they being attacked, you know? And now the new family was also getting those letters. So they were still trying to figure out that who is this person who is trying to who scared them away from the perfect house, their dream house. And then when this new family came, they're doing the same thing to them. So that is
Correct.
the whole puzzle.
Yeah. Anyways,
And
there is
they still don't know who the watcher is.
yeah. Even I don't know who the watcher is, and Arjun is saying that the black beautiful female, she did confess from her deathbed, but basically
Hmm.
Arjun, she did that because so that she can give a conclusion to the family, but eventually if you
The
move ahead
daughter.
with this, the daughter says that she lied, and
That
normally
they
whichever
never stayed there.
yeah, they never said whichever case that black female used to handle, she always wanted a conclusion, and now she was dying, so uh, she wanted a conclusion. But it is quite interesting for me because uh, the suspense is still there. They have left the first season with a cliffhanger, like भेंचोद कौन है ये
Yeah.
watcher. It's very
Like you
annoying.
said, initially when I started watching it, it actually engrossed me, and I was like, okay, this is crazy. Like things were moving quite rapidly, and then you thought, oh, it's this one, oh, it's this one, and but then it was like they were always falling flat on the face. But the ending was super disappointing
But
because they've had
why
this
do you say
cliffhanger.
it is disappointing?
Because it is still going on, and now there are other two people who are obsessed with the house, that couple who was staying there. Now they're also trying to figure out who it was. But I think it was the one of those siblings, the weird siblings, and maybe they are so caught up with like preserving the house, because it is like
Maybe,
antique, and that
maybe, yeah.
they had that lift kind of a thing that is to run up and down, and they did not like them, making any changes in the interior design and changing the
Correct,
kitchen
yeah.
top and this and that. So that was making them wild. And I was like, why should it bother you? Like, you haven't changed a thing in your house since your parents believed, let's preserve it, and you all did it
Hmm.
as their children. But if I have bought a house and I want to make certain changes, I should be allowed to, because I'm the owner of the property. So they
Yeah.
should not have a say in it, basically.
But it's
And that's what
quite
the stupid
interesting. Yeah.
club was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite interesting. But there is that John. Even there will be something,
Even
some
he was
story.
there.
There will be something about him as well in season 2, and let's see. I hope.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I will watch the season 2. Maybe you watch and tell me if
I
it's
will
worth
watch it.
watching.
I will watch it. So, guys, yes, that was the conclusion where we did not get any conclusion. So, if
Yeah.
you have watched The Watcher, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat, or if you'd like to join in and add some more points, it will be fun. But yes, this is the end of The Watcher, at least season 1. And let's hope
Yes.
for season 2 to come so that, but it should be interesting. It should be. Let's
Yeah, I hope so.
hope.
I mean, if they can, build it up again
Hmm.
from where they left off, it would be great. But then if they start dragging the same thing, it's this one is that one,
Yeah,
this is
it
gonna
was
get annoying.
little bit slow, but chalo, theek hai. It's a web series, so they have to stretch little bit. But yeah, it's okay.
True that.
Yes. Now coming to the next one, basically there is another web series. So now on Netflix, if you go, at least last week, if you had gone on Netflix, Netflix was just suggesting all horror content because it was the Halloween week. So I came across another web series called as Cabinet of Curiosity.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is something, it's just a short review, and I'm going to tell you if it is worth watching or no. So, basically, it is 8 episodes, and each episode is different in terms of different short stories directed by different, directors. So, Netflix
Oh,
has
okay.
this thing where they go to each and every country and they tell that directors, that filmmakers, that you need to create kind of content.
Yeah, horror
S-
content. I saw
yes.
one series like that in Thai,
Hmm.
where 10 Thai directors had short horror stories. So each
Yes.
episode was a different one with a different director.
Even in 2020, I believe, or 2021, they had Bollywood also had done basically on Netflix that ghost stories where Anurag Kashyap and
Correct,
Karan
correct.
Johar and all
Yes.
that people had done. So this web series is kind of different as compared to any horror movie or web series. So the name is Cabinet of Curiosity. First episode is completely to a next level horror, in the sense it is not normal horror, in like how do I say,
Hmm.
it's not like there is a ghost or there is a house or people are moving or this that and all. It's
Okay.
something different in terms of, have you watched the first episode?
No, I haven't started this
You
series
haven't
yet.
started it.
No, no.
Yes. See, Roger is come online on Instagram. Roger,
Roger?
yeah,
OMG.
he is on Instagram. Brother, come live on YouTube. We are there on
Hi,
YouTube,
Roger. How are you?
and
Come join
Priyanka is
us for a
also.
bit.
Yes. Roger can't hear you. He can only hear me, but it's okay.
Why
I'll
like that?
pass on the message because you are live on YouTube now. I have basically kept
Oh,
Instagram
okay.
also open, so people who are following me on Instagram, they can get the notification. Anyways, Arjun is asking, is it worth watching? Yes, Arjun, it is worth watching because there are some kind of movies where you get from UK, from Britain, and there's a very different way they speak, and there's a different kind of horror. This is that kind of horror where all stories are set, you can say, in late 100, like 1800 or
1800s,
1900, 1900, something like
1900s.
that. Not
Yeah.
with the latest time, not in the 21st or 22nd century. So the first, I watched 4 episodes. There are 8 episodes, and I'll give you the review about the first 4 episodes.
But
It's
no
not,
spoilers, please.
yeah, no spoilers. It's spoiler free. I'll only tell you that it's not a normal family who's like, for example, like The Watcher. Like a family is shifting to an apartment and something is happening. No, it's not
Correct.
that. It is little bit like, there are in some of the stories there are some monsters, but this is a different kind of horror. It is not like you can say a paranormal activity. It is like
It's more like
kind
supernatural
supernatural
stuff.
monsters, but there's a history behind that. I'll give you a small like a small brief about one of the episodes. So basically there is one guy, okay, this is late in 180s or 190s. So back in the day when the World War One, World War Two, World War Three used to get over, a lot of people used to leave a lot of stuff, like from the palaces, from the houses. So they used to get all that and they used to dump it in one place. Okay. So now there is a big building where different shops are there, like shop 31, 32, 33, 34, and there is one shop called as shop 36. Okay, so in this shop basically all ancient antique things are there. So now one guy who was like an army officer and he served his country, blah blah blah. After the war he didn't have anything to do and he had to survive. So with whatever money he got, he purchased that shop. Okay, and from that shop it's all crap, like all bhangar ka things. He started selling that. So when he started seeing everything, he seen one round table which is like beautiful, and like the finish is amazing, and he could only see that, and he decided that he'll take that like a round table and he will go it and he will sell to someone. Now there are a lot of people till date, they purchase a lot of antique stuff and then they do auction and they sell it, this, that and all.
Correct.
So there is a round table. So he goes to the shop and there's one old female. Now the old female calls an expert in terms of, when you go to such shop and if you're selling, for example, a gun, so they will call an expert in terms of if someone knows about gun. So someone knows, someone knows about table, blah blah blah. So this was an antique piece. So she called someone. So this guy, he seen that and he told this person who came to sell. So he was saying, just give me like $100, $200. He said, I will give you like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 for this, because this table is from a family who used to be very powerful, and this family used to do black magic and used to do a lot of evil stuff.
Oh damn.
And what he did was, now if you look at the table, it's a normal round table, but this guy who was an expert, so basically on the round table, there was all different markings. So the guy who came to sell the table, he assumed that it is just a normal design. But the guy who was an expert, he touched one line, okay, and from the side of the table, one drawer opens. And there are two books there. Now this two books are basically evil books where everything is written, step by step, how to do black magic or whatever in general. So the expert told him, basically there are set of 3 books. 2 you have, and the third one, if you get, and if you sell these 3 books, you can get 1 to 2 million as well.
Wow.
People
But
want
he
that.
was the one, the same guy wanted to purchase the third book as well because he found the 2, right?
Yes. So basically the expert and these people who take the this antique stuff,
Auctions. Yeah.
they buy it and then they give it an auction, and then there is a percentage which this guy also who came to sell, even he'll get. So he said, okay, no problem, I have 2 books, you come to my that shop, we will search it, the book has to be there only. So going, he searches and he finds the book. But what happens after the book being found, I will not tell you, because that is the most interesting part.
Okay.
That's the spoiler.
But now I'm engrossed, like what happened.
Yes.
I'll start watching.
So Arjun and everyone, it is worth watching. It is extremely creepy, but it is not like a normal horror because it's something different, and some creatures, some animals, and different things are there. And I will also, to come to end of this discussion, I will tell you on the second or third episode, this is basically, Priyanka, what they did not make us scared with normal jump scares. They
Okay.
made us scared with the mind, like, they tried to fuck with your mind, because there was one episode where there is a guy who's basically like a caretaker of the church. Like, there is any funeral, he's the guy who takes the body, puts in the coffin, and he digs it and he puts it inside, and he covers the grave, this, that, and all. But this guy was a drunk person. So what he used to do, when the family used to leave after the funeral, he used to not put the mud and all. He used to just do acting that he's putting the mud. Then after a while, when it is like in the middle of the night, he used to go open the coffin, and whatever, like, because back in the day,
Watch
when
this and that. Any
they used to
ornaments.
dress the person, with the everything, whatever the person used to wear.
Shoes and-
So he used to rob that. He used to rob that. And there was one case where there was like some army officer or something, where he was buried with his chain and one sword and everything. So that was very valuable. So he decides to rob that. But something happens to him inside the coffin.
Damn. This is the second episode?
Yeah, second or third episode. And something happens to him. And what I understood towards the end of the episode is that, it's the greed which will...
Lalach buri bala hai.
Yeah. It's not always ghost, it's not always paranormal. It's the directors has, wisely selected such short stories where they're talking about greed, lust, and a lot of things, but they have put the horror element. So it's worth watching, guys. Do check it out, and
Certainly.
let me know. I would like to know if anyone else is there. Alex. Okay, Alex is in. Priyanka, I would like to get Alex in, because Alex, it is Priyanka's request that she tried to search your Alibag story, but she could not get. So Priyanka, can you request Alex to share the Alibag story once again?
Hello, Alex. Actually, I think I heard only a part of it on Swapnil's channel, and I missed it on Desmond's channel. So I was just asking him the other day, this Alibag story, I really want to hear it. So I wanted to know which episode it was on. So I think
he will narrate it again.
He can always narrate for us once again, because like Desmond said, we don't always get the same viewers on the channel.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah. So then sometimes, we miss out on wonderful stories. So if you could share that as well. And I can see he said he has a story.
Yes.
So please, we'd love to hear that.
So Priyanka, Alex will join, but do join again, because I have to talk to you about something more. So
something more. I think I might doze off because I have an early morning.
Okay, well, listen to Alex. Listen to Alex's story.
I
am
going to be live. I'm going to be live. So usually what happens is, like, while watching, I fall asleep. Not watching, while listening, I fall asleep. So if I'm still awake, I will join you back again.
Yes, now Alex can join, but Priyanka has a story. Okay, now for the people who are watching, she has a story. Now it depends on Priyanka if she comes on the live again, or
which story are we talking about?
Or stick till the end, or stick till for the next episode where Priyanka will tell a story.
Next live.
Yeah, next live. The maid story, I believe. Do not
there's
tell anything.
There's no update on it. There's no update. It's still the same.
Okay. You spoiled the fun.
So I'm sorry. But I didn't want to tell. I thought that you misunderstood me, that there is any
I was
leads
making
on
it.
Not
I
yet.
was making that curiosity level so that people say, "Arey, kaun sa story hai?" They will come for the next live.
We're creating the hype.
हाँ, क्या यार Priyanka, तू भी ना.
I'm sorry. I'm not a professional, bro. No, but actually, on that note, I can follow up on my brother and see what's happening there.
Okay, but anyways, if you're still awake, do come and tell the first part, and then we can get the next part.
Done deal.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Thank you,
Bye,
Priyanka.
you guys. Bye.
Don't forget to listen to Alex's story now.
No, I'm still live. Don't worry.
Okay.
Bye.
And that was Priyanka, where we discussed about the Watcher and the web series called as Cabinet of Curiosity. So, first of all, whoever is there, please do like the stream. And whoever is there, can you just say hi, hello? So, I at least know who's there, who are the new people, who are the old people. Arjun is saying, bro, don't give too many spoilers. Yeah, bro, I will not give just few things, but this will keep you, interested to watch that for sure. Alex, bro, let me in once you're free. Yes, Alex, do join in. Do join in. Arjun is saying bye, Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka is still there because Arjun, now Alex will be joining in and he has an amazing story about Alibag. So do listen and do get scared. What else I can say? Yes, I got a notification. Alex D'Souza join. Okay, so I'm getting Alex in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey Desmond, how are you?
I'm fine, bro. How are you?
I was working for 12 hours, 12 hours
My-
plus straight.
Oh my
So
god.
just now I got, I
Oh,
I
you work
was done
from
with my
home or you are
shift.
like.
Yeah, work from home.
Oh my god.
So just now I got, I completed my shift. Not shift actually, my work.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So all
been a
okay,
hectic
right?
day. Yeah,
Hectic.
all okay.
Yes. Work. That's how life is. So yeah, what the other day I was discussing with Priyanka offline. Basically, I was speaking to her, and then she always wanted to listen to that Alibag story, but she could not get the proper timestamp, and she, even when you narrated that in Swapnil stream, she missed it with, I think so, few seconds or something. So I believe you have a new story, so you can decide if you'd like to start with the new story or you'd like to start with the Alibag story, whatever you
Alibag
feel is
story
comfortable.
already narrated. Like
Yes, but
Pinaja's stream,
I know if you
Swapnil's
can,
stream.
if you can narrate it once again, because the thing is, a lot of new viewers also keep coming on the stream, so it will be exciting for them as well. Because Arjun is new; he has just joined from last live streams. So if you're comfortable, you can share. Otherwise, you can share the story what you have, the new story.
Yeah, I can share the Alibag story. But since I'm a little tired, so you will feel me a little low on
No
energy,
problem.
but I'll give my best. So yeah,
No
this
problem.
Alibag story, this happened back in July 2010. Me and my friends went to Alibag. So one of my friend got married back then. It was just 3 months since he got married, and he got his wife along with him because he didn't get a chance to go anywhere. So he got his wife along with him, and we reached Alibag in the evening around 4:30. So as soon as we reached, we started partying, boozing, you know, eating snacks, enjoying. And this resort was one plus one. Okay, it was a one-story resort. So you have ground floor and you have a few rooms on the first floor. So we were having snacks along with alcohol, and I think it was close to 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. We were running out of snacks, that chakna. So I told my friend that we are out of chakna. Can you tell your wife to go and get it, because the chakna was on the first floor. So what happened? Just give me a minute. I'm getting called from the office. Give me a minute.
No problem. No problem. And that was Alex's Alibag story.
Hey, can I come back in some time.
Yes,
There's a
yes,
call
yes.
coming
No
up.
problem, no
Yeah,
problem. Do join
I
in.
have to take this call. Yeah.
And that is Priyanka. I think so. Your your luck is bad because you can't get to hear the complete story. But it is quite creepy. Trust me, guys. You need to wait because Alex is going to join in and he's going to, you know, tell the story. But meanwhile, there is a colleague in my office, and the other day I was discussing with her, just talking normal ghost stories, this, that, and all. And it's a very short story which she told me, but I won't take names. I won't disclose anything. I will change everything. I'll change the character, the place, everything. So it's basically about black magic, and the story is about a girl who used to always cry when she was young, and she used to look at a particular place in her house, and she used to always cry. And for some reason, the parents did not know eventually, like, what was happening. And then later on, when the chick, uh, she came, like, I mean, when she grew up and she is now around 25, 26, she got to know from her parents that someone had basically done some black magic or some evil eye on her. And that is why when she was young she could see something. It's a very short story, but I just wanted to fill that time before Alex comes. So Alex is joined in, so I'll get Alex once again.
Hey Desmond.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, finally done with work. Sorry, it was an
No
important
problem.
call.
No problem.
Okay, so yeah, I'll start again. So the
Yeah.
story happened back in July 2010. So me and my friends, we went to Alibag, and one of my friend, he got recently married back then. So he took his wife along with us, and we all were common friends. So we reached Alibag around 4:30, and we started boozing, you having snacks, enjoying, and you know, I think it was almost 1 a.m. in the morning when we were running short of that snack. So I told my wife, sorry, my friend's wife, that if she could go and get us the chakna, which was on the first floor. So his wife went, okay, and she went to the first floor to get the chakna, and all guys were busy chit chatting, cracking jokes and all. So I realized that 40 minutes passed by and there is no sign of this lady, right? So I told my friend, can he go and check on his wife? Because it's been almost 40 minutes and she didn't come back. So my friend goes upstairs, and now this is a one room resort. So it is ground floor and first floor, and it is a one room resort. So it has a non-functional kitchen, and there's a small window, and right outside the window there's a tree hardly few meters away from the window, and his wife is looking at something in the tree and she's scared. She cannot move a muscle. Now my friend reaches out to her, and he asks, hey, we were waiting for you, why didn't you come back? So his wife looks at him with a very pale face and she says, she asks, do you see the girl sitting in the tree? So my friend looks in the tree and he doesn't see anything. There's nothing in the tree. So he says, no, I don't see anyone sitting in the tree. She says, there's a girl sitting in the tree and she has been staring at me for the past 30 minutes. How can you not see her? So my friend kinds of, ignores, and he closes the window, and he brings his wife downstairs. So we crack the joke. He tells us what happened. We try to divert from that topic. We crack jokes and ensure that this whole thing is forgotten. But that lady is clearly spooked about this. So next morning, my friend says, "Let's take my wife to Hanuman Mandir because he doesn't want this whatever she saw in the tree to follow her." So he takes her to the Hanuman Mandir. Since we had alcohol and non-veg, we didn't go. Only his wife went inside, and while she was praying, we saw that we parked the car a few meters away from the temple. So we saw 8 to 10 dogs. They were growling at something at the top of the car, and there was nothing, no living being close to the car. So it was quite spooky, because dogs usually don't behave like this. They only bark at something which spooks them or which disturbs them. So we drove back to Mumbai. Okay, 3 weeks passed by. I was not in touch with my friend, and one day I call him up. I wanted to talk to him, so I call him up and I ask him, "Hey, can we meet up? It's been a long time." So my friend says, "Hey, I can't meet because ever since I've been back from Alibag, there are some issues happening in my house." So I ask him, what actually happened. So now this is the second part of the story, which he narrates. He says, from the time they arrived from Alibag, his wife has been getting constant nightmares. And in that nightmare, she sees the same girl sitting in the tree, and this time that girl is ripping the hair off her scalp and she's eating it while she's looking at my friend's wife. And this is going on for almost a week. So he gets scared, and he calls up his Pandit, some priest in Varanasi, and he narrates the whole incident. So that Pandit says, okay, whatever entity has followed your wife, it's not a human ghost, it's demonic in nature. So don't leave your wife alone. Be with her 24/7. So now, in order to divert his wife's mind away from that, you know, entity, my friend tries to sing song and play guitar. So he's a very good guitar player. So there were just two people in the room, and he's playing songs and he's playing guitar, and he stops. Okay, after some time he stops. All of a sudden there is a clap. Something or someone is clapping in the room rhythmically, as if something was enjoying the music. And this time my friend, he gets spooked because, I mean, one person can hallucinate, but two people heard the same thing. They heard the clap, and now he got extremely scared. He called up the Purohit and he told him that now this entity is getting bolder. It is making its presence felt. So Panditji says, "Don't worry, I'll give me some time. I'll reach." So I think in a few days he reaches to Mumbai, and he enters and tries to inspect the house. So when he's inspecting the house, he feels that there is some heaviness in the house, and he feels a pain in the chest. This Panditji. And when he goes out of the house, he calls my friend outside and he says, "Every time I was in the house, I felt that something is staring right back at me within a few inches away from my face, and I have to start this exorcism ASAP. Otherwise, this thing is going to possess your wife." So when I called him, it was 5 days since this process started. Then I called him again after 5 days. The 10 days process was over, or prayer way over. So I called him and I asked, "Hey, dude, what happened? Did everything go well?" So he says, "Yeah, everything went well. Luckily, they were able to get rid of the demon." But uh, my friend asked, "Why did the demon attach or get latched on to his wife?" So he says, "Your wife did a mistake. Whenever you see a demonic entity, you should not give too much attention. You should ignore it. But your wife did the other way around. She started acknowledging the presence of the entity, and that is when the entity started feeding off her energy, and it latched on itself, and that is why this whole haunting began." So yeah, That's the story. We were told not to tell anyone about this place or about this demonic entity. So maybe it is still in Alibag. Nobody knows.
This was the most creepiest story when you told for the first time, and now also it always creeps me out. I told you, right? There are some stories which stays for you for a long time, and this is one of the
Today I'm like
stories.
super tired. That's the reason I'm not in the flow. Like,
No, but it's okay. It's all about the story. It's all about the real experience. So, Priyanka, I hope you're happy now because when we were having a chat, she said, "I want to hear the story because it's quite famous. Everyone wants to know." It's basically, you have been telling the story on all the live streams, and it's just getting viral for sure. So, Priyanka, I hope you're happy now. And I believe you have another story to tell us. Or are you like good enough to tell us another story, or you will keep it for the next live stream?
I'll keep it for the next stream, Desmond, if that is
No
okay.
problem. No problem. No problem. Hani Pasha is there. He's saying Alex, Alex, Alex. I think so. Hani Pasha is a big fan of yours. So
Not sure, sir.
awesome.
I don't know who he is.
Awesome story, Alex. So he always, I think so. Whenever you are narrating, he always comments, that good narration, good story. So yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alex. Yeah, thank you so much for joining in. Get rest, get some
Yes.
good sleep, and next live stream you can tell us the story. What is the story about? Let's give a gist to the people who are listening, so they can have that curiosity to come to the next live stream as well. If you can tell us like just a small
If
gist or
yeah,
like a title of the story.
it's about. Okay, it's about. Okay, I'll narrate the story if that is okay.
Up to you.
Because
Up to you.
so, um, see, this guy I know him very well, so I can't tell you how I know him, but he's an Australian. Okay, and he's a rugby player. He used to be a rugby player, not anymore. He's 43 years old, and he's more than 6 feet tall. Just to give you a background about this guy, he's an atheist. He doesn't believe in ghosts, neither does he believe in you know uh, God or any supernatural being. And this guy can easily beat 3 men in a fight without breaking a sweat. He's that strong. I have met him in person. That's the reason I know. So this guy moved from Sydney to Melbourne back in 2013, and his wife was expecting. So he asked his wife to stay with his mother-in-law in Sydney while he was setting up the house in Melbourne. So he said it will take some time because in Australia you have to do everything from scratch. Painting the house, getting the floor work done, everything. So he was doing that, and first few weeks it was very peaceful in the house. But later on, he started hearing a knock on the door. Okay, at random hours. One time he was watching TV and he heard a knock on the door, and within few seconds he opened it. But when he opened it, there was nobody. And initially he thought it was just a kid playing a prank, trying to play him for a fool. So he goes out and he sees, but it's a empty space. You can see people coming from far away. So there's no way a kid can run that fast and disappear. And this continues. Okay, randomly there will be knock on the door, 2 a.m. at night, 3 a.m. at night, sometimes early mornings, broad daylight, anytime. And this guy thought that okay, now this has become a routine. Some notorious kid is playing a prank. One day while he was sleeping, he could hear the same knock coming from inside the wall. Okay, and this time he gets furious. He tries to examine the wall, but nothing. I mean, there's no. He thinks that it's the neighbor now who's trying to harrow him, but no, nothing. Uh, there is no house nearby. Next house is almost few meters away from his. So he's not able to understand what is going on. So one day, he's a fitness freak. So He gets up early in the morning. He goes for jogging. He goes for gymming and all. So one day while he was coming back around 5 a.m. in the morning, he saw a kid standing on the first floor in his house, and he was looking outside the window. Now, when this happened, this guy, let's name him Rob. So Rob saw it and he was confused. Like, he knows that he locked the house properly, but he's not able to figure out how this little boy, who is hardly 8 years old, 8 to 9 years old, got into the house. And the moment he's able to process it, he sees that the boy is no longer at that window. And then he sees the other, to the other side, this Australian guy, and he sees that the boy is standing uh, on the other window, looking outside. And it is humanly impossible because it will take that boy at least a few minutes to run past the hallway and go across to the other side. But again, this guy thinks that probably it's a twin, and these two guys are trying to play him for a fool. He goes into the house, he inspects the house, but he sees nothing. There is no sign of force entry, nothing. So he's again confused, what is going on. So he calls up a paranormal investigator nearby. So that paranormal investigator comes in and he narrates the whole thing. That there are knocks on the door, and sometimes he hear the same knocks coming in from inside the wall. So what this paranormal investigator does is this guy doesn't have a camera, okay, on the front door. So he says, we'll do one thing. We'll spread talcum powder all across the doorway. So by doing that, no matter how fast the kid is, at least we'll know whether it's a kid, whether it's a man. It will capture the footprints, right? The talcum powder will capture the footprints of whoever is doing it. So it's like, yeah, good idea. So they spread the talcum powder all over the doorway, and he locks the door from the inside, and they are sitting for the knock to happen. And in the meantime, this guy, this paranormal investigator, is taunting that entity or bullying that entity. He's like, "Are you scared that I'm sitting in your house and you can't do anything?" Kind of agitating that entity. So after some time, again, after a few minutes, while this guy is agitating the entity, there is a knock on the door, and this time, this Australian guy is too quick. He's very fast, and he opens the door. At that time, he sees nothing. Okay, there's nobody at the door. Again, it's impossible for anybody to knock at the door and just vanish into thin air. Humanly impossible. And then he sees, on the doorway, there is a name written all across the doorway. It says Margaret. This Australian guy is like, I don't know anybody by the name Margaret. So he calls out this paranormal investigator and he says, do you know anything about Margaret? Who is this Margaret? So when he sees the name, the paranormal investigator just packs his stuff and he runs away from the house as soon as possible. And he's not answering the call. Okay, he doesn't answer the call. This guy's trying to reach out to him. After that, this guy, he next morning, the paranormal investigator calls it. Okay, he calls this Australian guy and he says, you know why I ran out of your house? It's because Margaret is my daughter's name. And whatever that entity is, it knows where I live. It knows my family members. It knows everything about me. And I don't want to help you because that thing might attack my family members if I try to help you. So again, this guy is like, what the hell, you're just making things up. Again, it's a human being I'm up against. So one night he says there is a noise in the attic. So this guy goes to investigate and he's super pissed because it's in the middle of the night and he wants to sleep. So he's super pissed and he's like, if I catch hold of this guy, I'm going to beat the crap out of this person. So he goes upstairs and it is pitch dark. At that time, he can hear a boy giggling in the dark. Okay. And he gets spooked because nobody can enter into the house because he knows while he's going to sleep, he locks every entry and every window of the house. so he doesn't dare to turn the light on. But he doesn't dare to turn the light on. But he doesn't leave the house. He stays in the house till date. It's been almost 8 to 9 years. He's living in that house. There are a lot of. He doesn't call it as paranormal activities. He says maybe somebody wants him to get out of the house. There's a foul play going on. He's not able to believe that there is a ghost, but a lot of paranormal investigators told him not to bring his family here. Since this guy is, uh, quite hunky, I think the ghost doesn't want to mess, or whatever the entity is, doesn't want to mess with this guy. He's mentally strong, he's physically strong. So I think ghost doesn't have an upper hand when it comes to this guy. So probably if he brings his family members might become a soft target of whatever the entity resides in that house. But this guy says maybe it's just the boy, or even if it's a ghost, it might be ghost of a dead boy who's just trying to play around. So that's the story. Till date, that guy's living in that house. He's not willing. I mean, he can't leave the house because since it is haunted, nobody's willing to buy it. That's the first point.
Oh my god. And Margaret is also my mother's name. So that is quite creepy.
Yeah.
But seriously, I do believe that, we humans can, if we are strong in terms of mindset, we can conquer anything, and we can fight with the ghost as well. So
He doesn't believe in ghosts. That's what I said. He doesn't believe in
yeah.
God, doesn't believe in ghosts. So that's what probably gives him an upper hand.
But even
Just
after
like I
what
said,
even after what happened with the paranormal investigator, and he's seen the guy as well, right? I mean the
that's what
small
he says.
kid.
Probably there's a foul play going on. Somebody wants him to leave the house, and it's not a paranormal entity. He says some human who might benefit.
Oh, that's creepy. So this is a guy you know personally, or like?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. That's quite interesting.
And he has pictures of him up close with a saltwater crocodile, very close.
Oh.
Saltwater crocodile is almost 10 feet tall. So he's that gutsy. Like he's not scared of anything. But he says, yeah, I get scared of this house sometimes because imagine you're sleeping and all of a sudden you wake up to sound of a knock. That catches you off guard.
Yeah, that is quite creepy. Yeah. But hats off to him, yeah. Like, even though so many things are happening in the house, he's still staying, and he's like, obviously, I think so. No one will buy the house also, because a lot of people might be knowing also that it is haunted. So
No, I'll tell you, this guy, he told me he used to go to a bar and get into a brawl. Like, he used to fight with 3, 4 men at the same fight at the same time.
time.
And he used to emerge victorious. He's that kind of a guy. So he says, I asked him, what will happen? Or aren't you scared that this entity might hurt you? He's like, let it give it a try. We'll see what happens.
The
I want to
ghost,
see.
the ghost has got scared now in this story.
I mean, if you see this dude, you'll be scared, dude. I mean, he's like a bison.
Quite creepy, this story. Yeah. First time I've heard the ghost has been scared of humans. That is what it has to be in all the stories. But yeah,
No, he doesn't believe. That's the first thing. He doesn't acknowledge that this is a ghost.
yeah, that is
He keeps
the
telling
correct thing.
yeah, if anything wants to hurt him, he says it can try, but then it should be ready to face the consequences.
Yes, that is the first thing. If your mindset is strong, then half of the things will just vanish away.
Yeah.
That is nice, interesting. Yeah, Alex, thank you once again for sharing so nice and creepy and scary stories. It's time now for you to rest, because you have been
Yeah.
working so long. I think so 12, 16 hours, 14 hours, 24 hours.
14 hours,
No,
14 hours
14 hours
non-stop.
stretch.
Without a break.
Anyways, you take rest, and hope to see you in my next live stream.
Sure. Good day.
Good day, good night, thank you.
Bye.
And that was Alex. He was a bit tired. That is why I let him go. Otherwise, I would love to have a conversation with anyone who joins in. So thank you, Alex. You're a bit tired, but hope to see you in my next live stream. Anyone else would like to join the live stream? The link is there in the description. Okay. So it's there in the YouTube channel description. So basically, I'm live right now on Facebook as well and also on YouTube. So whoever is there on Facebook, join me on YouTube. You can just search for SYWK podcast and you'll get the first, first episode, the first video. So you can click on that video. It will be a live video and you can click in the description. There is a link. So you can join in and you can come and share your stories. Now, another thing is my live streams are not only about sharing ghost stories. If you would like to talk about a web series, or if you'd like to talk about a movie or about a book, anything related to the paranormal, anything related to horror, anything related to ghost, we can discuss. It's not only about one person come and share. It's about discussion. We can talk, we can discuss. So yes, let me read the chats. Okay, I was narrating the black magic story, but I will continue that later on. Hani Pasha Guten Tag. Hani Pasha is a big fan of Alex, I believe. So yes, but Hani Pasha, you should join in. Yeah, you have been coming on my live stream for now. It's been a while. We would like to hear some story from Germany as well. So please, if you're comfortable, if you're free, I would love to have a conversation with you. Tatya Bichu. Oh, Tatya Bichu, after a long time. Hello, Desmond. Sorry I'm late. How are you? No need to say sorry. You have come. That is what I like. And Tatya Bichu, also you need to like the stream, and everyone else do like the stream. And Tatya Bichu, if you have any stories, I would love to listen to you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Hani Pasha, awesome story, Alex. Yes, Alex is one of the favorite person on the live streams who come, and he always shares some crazy, creepy stories. Priyanka is saying, yes, thanks for it, Alex and Des. Yes, finally, Priyanka, you heard the Alibag story. So let me know, how did you like it? This is Winnie. Winnie, hi Desmond. Hello, hi. Winnie, also you had told me that you will be joining the live stream, but you're not been joining. So do join. Let me know if you would like to join in. The link is there in the description. Join in. It's not always about sharing ghost stories. It's just about having a conversation about paranormal. Anything about paranormal. Hani Pasha, love your stories, Alex. Yes, Winnie, Alex, it was indeed a creepy story. Yes. Tatya Bichu, Alex is an awesome narrator. Yes, he is. Hotspot. Hi, Hotspot. Then who's this? Collin Warner, creepy. Collin is from Facebook. Arjun is saying good night, guys. Good night, Arjun. Hope to see you soon. Then Jan, hello Jan. Have you seen a ghost? Jan, I have not seen a ghost, but I have witnessed something in my personal life, and I have experienced ghost. There are a lot of people who cannot see, but a lot of people who can experience and feel. So Jan, yes, I have experienced a paranormal incident in my life. I have already made an episode about it, but if you would like to join the stream, Jan, then I would really like to have a conversation with you where we can talk about paranormal. Maybe you have some point of views, or have you seen a ghost? Let me know. Collin is saying I have multiple times. Oh, okay. Collin is replying to Jan. Oh, Collin, why don't you join in? I would love to know what and how many ghosts you have seen multiple times, it seems. So let me know. Hani Pasha, nice story, Alex. Hani Pasha, awesome narration. Okay, Jan and Collin is talking among themselves, so it's okay. Jan is saying to Collin, "Oh, really? Where in the world are you?" Arey, talk to me, Jan and Collin. You can talk to me. Why not talking to each other? Collin is saying in Georgia many times. Jan is saying I live in a haunted house. Jan, oh my God, Jan and Collin. Trust me, guys. You should, join. I really would like to hear your point of view. I really like to hear your side of the story because Jan is saying I lived in a haunted house. So first-hand story. So Jan, if you want, I will make it easy for you. I am putting the link in the chat. Okay, so here is the link. Okay, it's there on the chat, so you can find it, so it becomes easy for you to click on the link and join the stream. I'll be waiting for you. Used to live, Jan is saying. Used to live, okay. I lived, okay. She used to live in a haunted house, but we would love to know what was your experience, what was the story, what was the backstory, where the haunted house is, and where you will be calling from. Everyone will be excited to know your story. So yeah, it becomes easy for you to just click on the link and join. Okay. So I'll be waiting for another 5 minutes. If Jan or Collin would like to join in, I'll wait for 5 minutes. So, and also you don't need to put the camera on, you can put it off and you can. Okay, Jan is saying I'll chat in here for now. No problem, Jan. Whenever you feel comfortable, you can come and you can share your experience about the haunted house you lived in. Jan is saying I'm in the UK. Oh wow, that's nice. So yes, whenever you are comfortable, you can join in. Not this live stream, then the next live stream. Everything is good. Jan, Tatya Bichu is saying, this is just the channel name of his. I'm not sure what is his real name. He's saying, Jan, you have to join now. Living in haunted house, definitely worth telling us to. So yes, Jan, everyone would really like to listen to your story about your haunted house you lived in. But whenever you're comfortable, it's not necessary now. Maybe towards the end of the live stream, because I'll be doing it for another half an hour, because max I will do it for 2 hours. So we are already 1 hour 28 minutes. So if you're comfortable, do join in, or else next live stream or whenever you're comfortable. Jan is saying the temperature would drop. Yes, this is kind of one of the first signs in terms of, if you want to know if your house is haunted, temperature would drop, and temperature does drop. So yeah, that is one of the signs. Hani Pasha is saying, come on, Jan. Jan is saying there were perfume smells. Okay, there were perfume smells that weren't my perfume. Oh. And Jan, did you live alone, or you lived with your family or someone? That's quite creepy. This is something creepy. Imagine, when you're wearing a perfume, you know your fragrance, you know your smell, and then suddenly you're getting something else, a different fragrance. Is creepy, man. Creepy. Okay, Jan is communicating with us through chat. I saw something shoot past me on the stairs. Ooh. Jan is building that excitement for us for all of us, whoever is there right now, she's just building that excitement. I'm just waiting whenever you join in. It's going to be scary. Hotspot. Day of the Dead Bloodline on Netflix. How's that? Dead Bloodline. My bad. Dead Bloodline. Day of the Dead Bloodline on Netflix. I have not watched it. Hotspot. I need to check. Currently, I am watching Cabinet of Curiosity. So I discussed that before in my live stream. I was watching that, and I was watching another web series called as The Watcher. Both on Netflix. So I will check this out. I haven't checked it out, but Hotspot, if you have watched it, then maybe you can tell us, is it worth watching or no? Jan is saying, I used to see what looked like a cat. Oh, was it a cat who lived in your house and you did not know? Because sometimes what happens is, it's your mind which plays with you. I feel 95% of the stories and the incidents what we experience, it's all in your head, it's all in your mind. Sometime, for example, now before joining the live stream, before starting the live stream, I was reading a couple of stories from the internet so that I can, share it with you guys. Now I'm in my room, I have put on the AC, and there's a washroom, right next to my laptop. Okay, where am I sitting? Next to this, there's a washroom. So I'm reading and I'm engrossed reading that. Now I'm kind of, into the story, and suddenly my washroom door opens little bit and the room is completely dark. There is a candle behind and there's just one light on top. I got shit scared and I went outside in the hall. But the thing is, I knew that it was just in my mind, because the thing was outside, because now I'm staying in the Middle East. Currently now it has started to get cold and we are expecting a beautiful winter this year, and it is blowing as well outside. So there is a logical reason that, because it was blowing outside, that is why the door opened a little bit, because of the air pressure. But at that moment I got scared. I assumed that, like something creepy happened and I went out. So yeah. So and sorry, and also I'm telling, see, I'm not questioning Jan's story. Everyone has experienced something and I totally respect each and everyone's story. But I would also like to put my point of view is that, yeah, sometimes it is in your head, your mind is such powerful thing that, it can make you imagine a lot of different things. So yeah, so no hard feelings, Jan, but yeah, that is what I wanted to tell you from my side. But I'm really waiting for you to join in so that you can, tell us the story. Jan is saying, I used to see what looked like a cat. Okay, Jan is saying she stays alone. I have to have my tea. Okay. This is Hani Pasha. I saw a white bedsheet hanging from tree at 3 a.m. in the night. Oh my god. This will definitely creep anyone out. Maybe it might be nothing supernatural, but this, the thought about a white bedsheet hanging from a tree, creepy. Possibly. Hani Pasha, it was a demon. Oh my god. But was the demon feeling cold or something that he used a sheet? This joking, bro. This joking. But yeah, it can be a demon. You never know. Hani Pasha is asking Jan, you saw a demon? Did you? Also remember one thing, Jan, that in the Middle East, as pets, you do not have a lot of dogs. You have more of cats. Okay. And in the Middle East, there is one religion which everyone follows. Okay. I don't want to, take names, but there is one religion where people follow in the Middle East. And they believe, because I have a lot of friends from that religion, and they believe that cats have the strength of, interacting and fighting with the demons. Now, for the people in the Middle East, as per their religion, they have a different name, which is called as jinns. So now every country, every religion has their own demons and god. So this religion, they name it as jinns. So they believe that cats are an animal where they can interact, and jinns can even come into cat's body. And a lot of times, jinn take a form of a cat, and they do a lot of crazy stuff. So maybe that is why, there is a superstition in India as well, that black cats are bad luck. Now I'm not sure if it is a superstition or if it is the truth, but there is no conclusion, but there are multiple stories. So I don't know now, Jan, if you seen a cat or it was a demon who took a form of a cat. So yeah, time to eat my dinner. Take care. No problem, Jan. Hope to see you soon in our next live stream. Everyone wants to speak to Jan now. Tatya Bichu saying, ask Jan if there was sudden unexplained rotten meat smell in the house. Jan, if you're sorry, Jan is eating dinner. It's not the right time to check with her, but Jan, if you're still there on the live stream, and if you can answer Tatya Bichu's question, and the question is unexplained rotten meat smell in the house. Did you ever get that? Hani Pasha is saying, Jan, did you hear strange voices at night? Oh my god, Jan has become the next favorite after Alex. Everyone wants to know now, ये story क्या है, Jan का story क्या है. So Hani Pasha, like some out calling out your name softly from a distance. For example, Jan. Yeah, Jan, did you hear such kind of voices? Shortest, Tatya Bichu saying, shortest horror story. The last man on earth sat inside his bedroom at midnight. Then there was a knock on the door. Oh my god. Maybe it was God. Super scary. Hani Pasha is saying, cat can fight with the... Yes. Sorry. Talking for so long, your throat gets dry. Yeah, Hani Pasha, cats can fight. And I was having a conversation with one of a friend, and he was telling in their religion that they kind of believe that, for example, I'll just give you an example about a cat. For example, if a human is being possessed by a jinn, and a person, like for example a priest, is doing the rituals where the priest wants to remove the jinn from a human body. So when they remove the jinn from a human body, they put it in the cat, and cat has the ability and it can fight. So there is a big history behind that. I did not get the complete history, but he just told me a gist about it. Let me try to research about it and get back to you. Jan, you are being latched on the demon in your house. I am getting scared reading your chats. Trust me. Cats can fly a spaceship. Is it? Is it? Tatya Bichu saying, slow down, bro. Cats can kill Annabelle. Cats can kill everyone. Cringe moment after watching few minutes. Day of the Dead Bloodline. Day of the Blood. Day of the Dead Bloodline. Day of the Dead Bloodline. Oh, it's a movie, 2017. Okay, let me check. But is it like... oh, it is a zombie kind of a movie. So, okay. Hotspot, let me check it out. Maybe for the next live stream I can discuss about this. Hani Pasha is asking, where is Alex? Hani, basically, Alex was too tired today and he worked for 16 hours. But then he likes joining live streams, and that is why I really love and respect him, that even though after working for so many hours and he was dead tired, he came and he narrated 2 stories. So yeah, thanks for Alex, and thanks for you guys to getting Alex every time, and he tells a lot of stories. But Hani Pasha, it's been so long. You are not joining. I don't know what to do. One more story, Alex. I think so. Alex is gone to sleep. Hani Pasha saying, sorry, Desmond, I'm a bit high on spirit. And on that note, cheers. What are you having? Whiskey, beer, rum, vodka, what? What? Tatya Biju saying, Hani-cats discovered the Aegis boson. What does this mean? Hani Pasha is saying, I drank gin from the bottle. Yes. Alex horror story super crazy, bro. Yes, it is. Anyways, now I have been reading chats. Jan was someone who came interesting. She gave us a little bit of her story and then she left. I hope Jan comes again and tell her story. Anyways, now I would like to narrate a couple of stories. So I did tell you that there are some stories which I got from the internet. So basically there is a Instagram account which is called as the Indian Idiot. Okay, and during the Halloween week they had told their followers that if you have any paranormal stories then they can submit. So they submitted the story to that account, and that account uploaded the stories. So now I'm robbing their stories and telling you guys this is what I do. So yeah, I have one story. Okay, just give me. Okay, yes, and I will narrate it. No, I will new. One minute, I'm just typing new apartment horror story. Tatya Biju Singh, they have 36 posts on real life paranormal experience. Read them all. Yes, on real life paranormal experience. This is where, on which account? Because the story what I'm going to narrate is basically from the Instagram handle called as the Indian Idiot. Okay, so the person has written down, but it's not in a proper way. So I'm just going to narrate whatever I remember. Anyway, the story is front of me, but I will narrate it as per my way. So once again, before I start the story, I would break it into three parts. First, I will give you the character introduction, then I will tell you the actual incident, and towards the end we can discuss and we can try to see if there is any logical reason. Now this is a story which is from the internet, so I'm not 100% sure if it is true or not, but that you need to decide. So now basically there is one main character. Okay, let's call her Roxanne. Okay, so now Roxanne and her family, they shifted to a new apartment. Okay, and since Roxanne was preparing for her graduation, they wanted a bigger space, because where they were staying before, they were staying in, you can say, like a 1 BHK. But now, since Roxanne has a sibling and they wanted their own space, so they decided to go for a bigger apartment. Now when they purchased this apartment, it was kind of broken and lot of work needed to be done, but they were getting it at an extremely less price. So Roxanne's father decided, anyways, he will purchase the flat and then he will do like a complete makeover. So now the work has started. Slowly they finished the hall, the kitchen, the bedroom. So basically now it's a 3-bedroom apartment. The work is still on in some of, like in the kitchen or in the washroom, and the families already started staying in the house. Now basically there are 3 bedrooms. So 1 bedroom the parents were using, Roxanne's parents was using, and 1 bedroom they decided that Roxanne and her sibling, her sister basically, her sister's name is Shruti. So Roxanne and Shruti decided to stay together in 1 bedroom. But then after a couple of weeks, Roxanne decided that anyways there is a 3rd room which has recently got renovated. Why don't I utilize that room for my study area? Because she used to study till late and she did not wanted to disturb her sister, and she wanted her own time to study. So what happened is, she decides that she will use that room. Now in the day she's going to college and she's doing this work, that work, and plus there is the construction work, I mean the house work also going on. So she gets proper time only after dinner, which is after 9:30, 10. And after having her dinner, she goes to that room until 3-4 o'clock in the morning. She's studying, and her exams are in couple of months, and she's studying, and she's like a bright student, so she wants to study, she wants to work hard. So now let me describe the 3rd bedroom. Okay, so it was you can say kind of the biggest bedroom among the other 2. And in that bedroom there was a storeroom as well. So now since there was a lot of work still going on, there was still some stuff of the previous owner in the storeroom, and the workers were utilizing that stuff and they were throwing it out because they were still redecorating, still moving, and it took some time to do that, because when they received the house they got it at an extremely bad condition. So it took time for them to redevelop and redecorate everything. So now there was a storeroom, and opposite the storeroom, Roxanne had set up her table where she can keep her books and lamp, and she can study. And nothing else is there in the room. Nothing else. So it's just one table, her books, one chair, and opposite is the storeroom. Now suddenly she started hearing sounds coming from the storeroom, in the sense, like for example, when you are living with someone and the person is there in the next room and he's doing something like, lifting a water bottle or sitting on the chair. So she could hear like someone is there in the storeroom. And this she started hearing in the middle of the night. So first she assumed that, because she's not getting proper sleep, because exam pressure and, too much of work, not getting proper time. So she assumed that it is playing in her mind, and which is very good to do that. The beginning only you don't need to think anything related to paranormal. So she decided that no, something is wrong. She started speaking to her mother and she started saying, this is happening. So the mother also said, you ignore, you don't wait till late and study, you go to sleep, get up early in the morning and study. So this is what she started doing. So she started sleeping, you can say by 1, 2 o'clock. And then again by 5, 6 o'clock, she used to get up and she used to study. So even in the morning, even late in the night, she can still hear someone, like someone's present in the storeroom. Now the creepy part was, it was not only her. Slowly, steadily, other people in the family, other members in the family started hearing that. Like, for example, Roxanne's sister Shruti, when she used to come in the room, she could hear. But what happened was, since there was workers coming day in and out, they assumed that it was the workers. But Roxanne knew 100% that there is something wrong right now, because the workers will not be after 10 or after 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. They are there in the morning. They will do their work and they'll go. So what happened was, one night she decided that I need to find out what is happening. And she was like, a very curious female. So she decided that the minute she hears something, she will go and open the door. And now, trigger warning for people. For people who cannot listen to an extreme horror stuff, now is the time to just mute the stream, and after 1 minute you can unmute it. So when she opened the storeroom, she seen a body, a dead body, okay, without a head. And it was a girl's body, because it was dressed like that the body was where it was like a dress. So she knew that it was a female and it was headless. There was no head. It's not a ghost. She's seen a body lying down there. She ran from the room and started screaming loudly. She woke up her parents, she woke up her siblings, and she didn't know what to do. Next thing, what she remembers from the incident is that she has woken up in her parents' room and it's early in the morning. So basically, because of the fright, she, I think so, passed out and she got up in the morning. Now, according to her parents, they still say and they still believe that she had a nightmare, because Roxanne did tell her parents, whatever happened. Her parents went and there was no one in the storeroom. It was just some old stuff. There was no one in the storeroom. So parents said, you had a nightmare, it's okay, ignore it. But Roxanne was not ready to understand, because even if it was a dream, it was so real that she said, no, it's not possible. So to come to a conclusion, the workers basically heard their conversation. And one of the workers told them that what your daughter is experiencing is true, because they were the same workers who had done this house before. And basically this is a group of workers who know everything in the market, like whose house work is going on, whose house work needs to be done. So it's a group of people. And they told that the previous owner I think so, the father, okay, killed his daughter for some reason we don't know, but he killed in such a way that he chopped her head. So basically, he chopped her head and he threw her body in that storeroom and he ran away. Then there was a police case, everything got settled, the father went to the jail, everything is done. And now they had to resell the house. So the father had a family member who wanted, he had to resell the house, blah blah blah. And after many years, because after the murder no one lived in that house, that is why it was completely broken and a lot of things need to be done. So what Roxanne's parents assume, it was not that. It was not, Roxanne was not assuming things, she was not seeing things, she was completely fine. And yeah, that was one of the creepy story. It was a very short story, but I just placed it in a very nice way so that you guys can understand it. So this was the story which creeped me out, because see, there are some stories which will creep you out, and this is something which creeped me out. I don't know how far it is true or not, but yeah, just imagine, now coming to the end of my narration, talking and discussing about if it is true or not. I don't know if it is true or not, but imagine the horror when you see someone lying down in a storeroom, and that also headless. That shock and that trauma, I think so Roxanne, must have taken her a lot of times, lot of week, months, years for that to come out. Because on a personal note, I used to live in Mumbai for a couple of years, and then we have local trains. So I was traveling by a local train, and I was that day the train was a bit packed. And normally, local trains in Mumbai, especially in Mumbai, are extremely packed. So it was packed. I was talking to one of my friend, and then suddenly, the train was going in a normal speed. Suddenly, we get a bump like this. It felt like there was like a speed break or something, and it's a train, a local train. We get a bump like this, and it stops immediately. And then we were wondering like, "Arey, kya ho gaya?" And it's not stopped on the station. It stopped in the middle of nowhere. And it was like, broad daylight. It was in the afternoon or something. I had gone to college or something and I was coming back. I really don't know. So I peeped my head out. And the thing what I saw to date, is still in my vision. And I don't like to talk about it, but I just wanted to share the experience what Roxanne must have gone through. And the thing what I seen was, there was a man who fell from the train and was cut into two pieces. The first piece was from his head to his waist, and then the second piece was from his waist to his leg. And the thing was, you can see here, this was the body. He was this way, the top part was here and the down part was here, and blood was flowing, and he was still alive, in the sense, the few last breath he was banging his chest and he was calling for help. But everyone was shocked in horror that no one had the balls to get down of the train and help him. The train started after a while, where the cops or someone, whoever, took the body and went. But just imagine, you get a call that your loved one has been fallen from the train and died. So that fucked me so royally that it sometimes I think about it. This makes me sad. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, that was one of the stories. I have two more stories, but I will be reading the chats now. Okay, so many messages came. My God. Oh my God, what the Okay, Hani Pasha is saying Alex and Desmond should do a live stream. Yes, I wish Alex can be like a co-host and he can always be there. It will be crazy. Tatya Bichu saying the Indian idiot thumbnail is a chair on every post. May I forward it to you on Instagram? Yes, yes, please do forward it to me on Instagram. Maybe I can read couple of stories now or maybe for the next live stream. Hani Pasha, I'm drinking Bombay Sapphire gin. I don't like to drink gin, but I have tasted, but gin is not my thing. Mine is whiskey. That also on the rocks. Neat. Gutin, oh my god. This German is come again. Roxanne, Oder, Desmond. Love your stream, Desmond. No, honey, I think so. The gin is talking. I think so. The gin is talking. Oh my god. This is. Oh my god. This is a crazy ass thing. Collin has sent like a crazy ass story. Okay. So what I'm going to do is when I end the live stream, before I end the live stream, I'm going to read this story for you guys. Okay, so I will go to the next chat, but I'm definitely going to read this. I will just cater to the other people. Colin is saying we'll definitely come on the live chat and share every other encounter I had. But Colin, it becomes much easier for you to join the live stream and share your heart out, speak to us, so it becomes easier for everyone to listen to. Video is what I meant. Yeah. Yes. She was high on weed. Who was high on weed? Roxanne. This is madness, 12 hours of study. I think exams are scary than demons. Exams, then another word for exam is only called demons. It's quite scary. Honey, I'm scared of horror. No, without a head, no. I'm scared. She was on drugs. No, bro, I don't think so. She was on drugs because she was college student. So I don't know. College students also have drugs. That is different. But not this. Roxanne was a bit tipsy. Everyone is tipsy tonight. Oh, Doctor on Wheels. Doctor on Wheels is there. Honey is saying, bro, the gin is strong, man. I can see 3 Desmonds. Oh god, Desmonds are 3 demons. Let me know. Desmond are 3 demons. I'll wear this. Now Honey can see more. Can you see? Honey. Alex, Alibag story gave me a nightmare, bro. That is one of the scariest stories, trust me. Doctor on Wheels is saying, but still you are able to type at a decent speed. Yes. Yes, because my body is trying to fight the alcohol. Fight the spirit. This is my slowest speed. Oh my god, you all are having an actual conversation? Doctor, what is your favorite drink? Oh my god. Satya Bichu saying, it's getting annoying now, buddy. Get a hold of yourself now. Oh my god, what is happening on the chat? Okay, uncle. Doctor on Wheels is replying also. Whiskey, Black Dog, Cocktail, Jackhammer. Who does not like JD? Tell me. Alex, are you there? Alex. There was a school teacher in my school. What am I saying? There's a school teacher in my school. In my school, there was like a teacher, and he was not from a place where they used to, speak English as a first language. He used to speak basically another language which is called as Marathi, which is the second language in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So he used to speak that. So there was a friend of mine, my classmate. So he used to not say, the sir used to not say Alex. He used to say Alex, Alex. So I just remember that. I know it is not funny, but sorry. Hani Pasha got insane. Whiskey is too good. Arey, bro. Bingo on the rocks, Collin. This is enough. Honey, I missed my school days. English is not my first language. English is no one. Even in India, English is not a first language. We have different local languages in India. English is by Britain. Anyways, now तुम लोग का chat हो गया. Now I'm going to read Collin's. I'm going to read Collin's. Where is it gone? There are so many chats that I am. Okay, yes. Now let me read Collin's. Like Collin, sweet bro, sweet. You actually, typed it. Maybe what you can do is, Collin. Maybe you can send like a voice recording as well. You can follow me on Instagram and you can send me a voice recording and I can play that as well. Or maybe I can make it into an episode. Anyways, I would read this now. Would love to come on live, but my baby is asleep. But I can share you a story of what happened at one of the resorts. I was back in India. Okay. So I was out with a couple of friends and decided to go out for a night to a villa. So we rented this villa somewhere near the highway going towards Bombay. And this villa was deep in the forest. Okay. But there was a way to the villa. It took a while to get there, but we finally got there. At the time, there was a guy who handed over the keys to us and asked us not to move out in the forest for the night. So forgetting what he said, my friends and I were drinking, the girls were swimming, and everything was going according to how we planned the night. Later that night, around 1 a.m., we all sat together and started to talk about ghost stories and made fun of most of the stories we spoke about. Now talking for an hour or two, it was finally 3 a.m. Around this time, we heard the sound and was searching for the sound but could not find it. In a second, there was a hen black in color on the roof of the villa. Okay, sorry. The hen. The hen from the roof disappeared somewhere and we were trying to find it. All of a sudden, the hen fell from the top of the tree, which was a bit weird to us. We all got scared and decided to go to bed. Soon after we went to bed, I dozed off and had a dream. It was a wonderful dream, and suddenly the dream started to get dark and darker, and all of them I could hear and feel someone breathing loud in my ears. And then I opened my eyes and there she was. Hair on my face. Her eyes were 1 inch away from mine, breathing in my ears, face fully burned, asking me to pave the house. I could not move a muscle at all. I struggled and she then disappeared. Later on, I was unable to sleep and stayed awake. After a few, my friends sleeping on the other side covered with a blanket started to get the chip. He then woke up and we both could see the blanket moving away from his body. We ran out and the dog at the villa was barking and barking. In the other room, one of the girls, her feet was caught and she was pulled on the other room. This happened somewhere at around 5 am. We all decided to immediately pack and leave the same hour. Soon after that, all of us, whoever were at the villa, had similar dreams of a lady who was burned at the villa, and we never or ever want to go there again. Oh my god. Collin, bro. Creepy, dude. This is similar to Alex's story, but I really wish Collin, if not this live stream, but next live stream, if you are there, do join in, because I would really love to know what exactly happened, because whatever I read, it's incomplete. I feel, I need to hear from you what exactly happened, and yeah, whenever you feel comfortable, I'll be waiting for you. And yeah, Hani is also saying similar to Alex story. Collin is Alex. Hani is asking, okay, where was the villa? This villa was somewhere in Mumbai, right? Was it in Alibag? I don't think so. Was it in Alibag, Collin? I think so. It was in Mumbai, because when I read that, yeah, yeah. But I can share you a story of what happened at one of the resort. I was back in India, so I was out with a couple of friends and decided to go for a night to a villa. So we rented a villa somewhere near the highway. Yeah, somewhere in Bombay. Yeah, somewhere in Bombay. It's not in Alibag, Hani. So definitely it is somewhere in Mumbai, Bombay. So yeah, Collin. But bro, do join in whenever you are feeling comfortable. Next live stream after that, but I just want you to join in and tell yourself the experience, because sometimes reading you do understand, but when the person themselves share firsthand, it makes more sense. So yeah, that was something creepy. See, now there are how many people? 7 people now. Hani Pasha saying, yeah, first hand experience matters. Yes, because the story what I read, it was not that great in terms of connecting. I did understand, but when Collin comes and tells the stories, that's much better. Hani Pasha is saying, I'll go to Alibag to offer gin to the demons. Hani is high on spirit, and that also on gin. Okay, anyways, to continue with my story, yeah, now this is another story from the same article. I would share. Let me name this as second floor family horror story. Hani Pasha saying, I'm high has a cloud, my boy. Yes, my boy. Okay, so this is another story. The title is Second Floor Family Horror Story. Before I go ahead and narrate the story, now 7 people are there. I would like to know who are the 7 people. Can you give like attendance, like it's me, hi, it's me. So at least I know who's there, who's not there. Hani is on a full swing today. Shortest horror story, he's saying. I'm a ghost. Are you? That will be creepy, huh? That will be creepy that Hani is joining the stream for so many weeks now, and then later on you come to know Hani has been dead 10 years before. Hani is saying, not me, I'm offline. Then how are you chatting? The Baroque Tunnel, Tatya Bichu, the Baroque Tunnel. Okay, without wasting any time, let me narrate this story. Once again, I'll break down in this story into three parts. First is the character introduction, then the actual incident, and third we can see and we can try to find out if there is any logical explanation behind this story. Hani is not allowing me to be serious. Hani is saying, I died 400 years ago. Doctor on Wheels is saying, spirit jinn on a horror podcast is common if you look at it like that. Oh, yes, you have a point, my friend. Anyways, let me concentrate. I need to narrate this story, and this is going to be the last story. Okay. So yeah, to begin with the character introduction, let me name this boy. Okay, the boy name is, let's name him Alex, because he's one of the favorite person. No, not Alex, Collin. Collin also shared some creepy stories, so let's name him Collin. So Collin and his family lived on the second floor, and right opposite their apartment there was a family who lived. Now people say that family who lived there had gone completely crazy after the husband dying. So basically in that family there was a husband, wife and one daughter. So the wife and the daughter completely became mad when the husband died. And Collin and rest of the people from the society started to get news and hints like, something is wrong. Because after the death of the husband, they used to not interact with anyone. They used to find weird things, especially Collin and his family, because they were right opposite their apartment. They used to find all, this dolls and limbu, mirchi, lot of weird black magic stuff. So what happened was, whenever Collin used to go out, or like go to college or used to come back home, he used to notice like someone is looking at him, especially when he is, in the corridor, and when he is walking towards from the lift, he's walking to his apartment, he can feel like someone is there. And then once he noticed someone seeing him from the people. Whose people? That his neighbor's people who had gone crazy. Because even though you're standing outside, you can see when someone looks from the people from the other side, you can see like a shadow thing. So now he started noticing that whenever he used to come and go, he used to see the peephole, like someone is keeping an eye on him. And that started creeping him out. Now what happened was, Collin, because he had to travel to another city for a wedding or something, and that was his friend's wedding. He was still in college, so for a friend's wedding or some relative's wedding, he had to travel to another city, and he traveled to Pune. He traveled to Pune for almost you can say a week or 2 weeks, because whose wedding he attended, he was very close to that person. So he was there from the time when they started the wedding preparation, everything. Attended the wedding and he came back. Now a backstory about Collin. So basically Collin's mother, she does a small business at home where she is a tailor and she stitches this nighty and gowns and all different things for the Indian female, what they like to wear. So now one afternoon, when Collin comes back from uh, the wedding from Pune, he's sitting in his bedroom and he's chilling, listening to music, this that and all. Suddenly the doorbell rang. Now no one is at home because his mother, no doubt she's a tailor, but she's also a working female, and Colin's father is also working, and he's alone. He does not have any siblings, so most of the time he's alone, and he does not get to meet his parents quite often. Whenever during the weekends or something, they meet, because when he's at home the parents are not at home, and when parents are home he's going out with his friends and chilling. So that afternoon he was at home, he was chilling, he was listening to some music. Suddenly a doorbell rang. Now he opens the door. For his the creepiest thing for him was, it was that lady, who the opposite lady, who everyone heard that something is wrong with her, and she looked not normal that time when Collin opened the door. So when Collin opened the door, he first of all got a little bit scared and he asked like, yes, how can I help you? So then the lady said, I am looking to buy like a nightie or whatever from Collin's mother. So Collin said, see, listen, now my mother is not at home and you can come in the evening when she comes from work and you can purchase it. So thank you. And he closed the door. Now Collin forgot to tell his mother, and this kept happening whenever Collin was alone at home. Because sometimes, he used to not have lectures, so he used to be at home or whatever. Whenever Collin used to be at home, and this happened for a couple of weeks, whenever Collin used to be at home, the doorbell used to ring and the lady used to, say, son, I'm come to purchase nightie, I'm come to purchase this, that, whatever. So now he came to an extreme level that he was kind of pissed, because every time he used to say, listen, I am not the one who's selling. You need to speak to my mother and she will come at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. You come after that. It kept happening, even though after he telling 100 times, it kept happening. Once during the weekend, he was at home and then suddenly he remembered that, okay, yeah, this is happening and it's very irritating for him. So he tells his mother that, listen, the auntie next door, she's coming every day when she wants to purchase a nightie or something. Did you speak to her, this, that and all? So now Collin's mother, now this is something strange, okay? Collin's mother asks Collin, which auntie are you talking about? So he says, the auntie who stays next door. So Collin's mother got shocked, and that was the time Collin's parents, especially the mother, realized that something is wrong. So the story is, when Collin went for the wedding, in that week when he was away, that lady who was Collin's neighbor, the lady and the daughter, both died. They found their dead bodies in the apartment after 2 days because there was a bad smell. And they found their dead bodies, and the death is unknown reasons. Like, they were hardly, the mother was like 45, 50 and the daughter was 18, 19 and both were dead. Everything happened, they took the body, this, that and all. And the fuck up was, Collin did not know about this because he was in Pune, he was in the wedding, and Collin's mother did not wanted to tell him this. Plus, when he came back, they never actually interacted with each other. I mean, Collin and Collin's parents. So they never got a chance to speak to anyone, to each other, I mean. So when Collin heard this, he started shivering and he extremely got scared, because he said, who the fuck was that female then? And he's saying, I'm dead sure it is our neighbor, because obviously, you will know the neighbor. So the conclusion of the story was that when they found the dead body, they also found some black magic stuff, and I think so that female was trying to get in touch with her husband because they could not take her husband's death. They were not ready to accept. So she tried some rituals to reach to the nether world and interact with the husband, but I think so it got reversed, or the demon attacked them, or don't know what, but both of them died in an unnatural way. Everything was done, everything clear, everything got cleared. The apartment was empty, but Collin is 100% sure that he has seen someone and he has interacted with someone. And for sure, according to Collin's parents, it is, and according to Collin as well, it is a ghost of that lady. So yes, that was the story. Now to come to the last part of the story to discuss about it. I am not sure how far this is true, but this is what is mentioned in the post, and it's quite creepy, quite interesting. So yeah, that was the story. Let me know how did you like the story. Tatya Bichu, Jin high on Jin, Jinnats high on Jin among us. Like the movie Darna Zaruri Hai, Darna Mana Hai. Yeah, this Doctor on Wheels, I love this movie, not because not because of the story, but not because of the how do I say, the reason why I love this story, the movie is, what is happening with me? I think so even I need gin. I'm just losing words. Hani Pasha, give me gin. I want to drink gin so then I can speak fluently like you, my friend. Something is wrong. I'm speaking for 2 hours, so now something is happening. My body is saying bus ho gaya, bye, bus ho gaya. So yeah, the reason why I like this movie is because I love the concept. 5 to 6 people are, stuck somewhere and they're sitting and sharing ghost stories, and then what happens with them. Oh, that was the, that I just love the concept. They should use the same formula and make such more movies. Yeah, trust me. And the another best part is sitting with friends around and talking about ghost stories. That is one of the best things which I enjoy. Vivek Abroy giving Nana Patekar a lift. Yeah, oh, that was quite creepy. Yeah, MTV Bakra and this and that and all. Oh, there's some spam. 69xxx.life. Beautiful girls here. We don't want beautiful girls. We want ugly, haunted, demon girls. Beautiful girls का ये horror live stream है बाबा. This is horror live stream. What is this beautiful girls? Anyways, ignore. Tatya Bichu Singh, the memory of that Dadi's ghost smile still creep me out. What a movie. कौन सा है ये? Which movie? Are you talking about the Darna Zaruri or Darna Mana Hai? I think so. I have lost the memory because I don't have any memory about this memory of the Dadi's ghost smile. Oh God. Shit. Best was Arjun Rampal one. Yes. Reverse ghost joke on the couple. Yes. That was, I see, like sometime when you watch the movies, you know what is going to happen next. But when I watched first time Arjun Rampal, I never expected that he's going to be the ghost. And towards the end, how he laughs, oh my God, that creeped the fuck out of me. Actually, Ram Gopal Verma, he had that thing of creating horror. But then suddenly, I don't know what happens for the Indian filmmaker. They go to a very funny way of creating horror. They don't go authentic. They don't, I don't know, it's a very different thing. Like the different makeups, if you see Ahat or if you see some movies, the makeup is only funny. So, Tatya Bichu, yeah, the Dadi is sitting on the rocking chair and there are kids sitting there. You're talking about that scene, right? The stories are told by the ghost Dadi, yeah, to 6 children. After every story, one child dies. Yes. Also talking now, since we are talking about ghost stories, I mean horror movies, I seen Phone Booth. I forgot to give the review about Phone Booth. Phone Booth is such a disappointment, you know. I was expecting the movie to be amazing because it is produced by Excel Entertainment, which is backed by Farhan Akhtar. And I'm a big fan of Farhan Akhtar and Zoya Akhtar because what content, what movies they create is another level. But what did they see in the movie? The jokes were very lame. You can't laugh on such jokes because these jokes have become old. See, it's just my point of view. I'm not saying it is extremely bad, but I did not like it. Trust me, I did not like it. Do you remember the serial on Sony Ahat? That was GOAT serial. Yes, bro, yes. But more than that, there was another serial which used to come on One Plus or One Plus Star or something called as Shh Koi Hai. That Star Plus, I think so. And that also not when Vikral and Gabral was there. The time before that, when there was original stories where they themselves used to solve the case and each episode new story. But then when Vikral Gabral came, then it became too kiddish. Until then I already grew up, so I kind of stopped watching it. But yeah, Ahat, Koi Hair, then on Z Cinema also there used to some horror serial used to come. A lot of things, yeah. Back then, Indian also, like Indian content also was good, was really good. Like for example, off topic, there is another web series called as Sarabai versus Sarabai. What amazing content, and that also back then. But now, rubbish. Like Saas Bahu and Nagin and this, that and all. And they say that it is people's demand. But I really don't know when people actually watch this kind of content, like this Nagin and Saas Bahu and this, that and all. My mom and all now my mom has started watching some Pakistani drama on YouTube. Maybe everyone has their own audience, and yeah. Fear Files on Z, yes. Fear Files on Z, yes. Yeah. A lot of good content, yeah. There was a lot of good content, but I think so. Fear Files, what I remember last was, the stories and the episodes started getting so creepy that it became damn scary, and they had to cancel that because national television, you cannot show this, you cannot show that, lauda lasun. But thank God for the internet now, where we have all different website, Netflix, Z, and blah blah blah, and good content is coming there. SVS is so good. Yes, although its reboot was bad. It was shit, yeah. It was shit. Anyways, it's 2 hours 33 minutes. Hani Pasha, I think so. I for sure, since he's not typing, he has passed out. For sure. Right, and I'll give you. So thank you everyone. Priyanka came, Alex came, Doctor on Wheels came, Tatya Bichu came. Vinny came, a lot of people came. Collin came. Collin, thanks for sharing. But Collin, if you're still there, please do join in next live stream and share the first hand story. It will be really amazing. Then Jane, how do you pronounce it? Jane, not sure how it is. Jan, sorry, not Jane. Jane is Jane. Jan is Jan. So Jan, yeah, I would love to, hear you telling us the story about your haunted house. So yes. Tatya Bichu, you are commenting a lot, but you are not, coming on the live stream, in the sense joining the live stream. Don't feel shy, brother. आके बात करने का, टेंशन नहीं लेने का भाई. Now in the era of OTT, this should return. Yes, I feel, because after Stree movie getting hit, Bollywood tried to create more horror comedy, but nothing worked other than Bhool Bhulaiya. So it was Stree and Bhool Bhulaiya. Now towards the end of this month, there is Varun Dhawan's Bhedia, which is coming, which is in the universe of Stree. So Stree, Bhedia and couple of other horror comedy is going to come. It's basically a universe. So it's going to be very interesting. So yes, but Tatya Bichu, everyone, whoever is there, thank you once again for joining in. And I wish that you guys, yes, you do comment, yes, you do like, yes, you do subscribe, yes, you do share as well, but you should also start coming on the live stream and start talking and interacting. It's more fun, trust me, it's more fun. You should not feel shy. You can just put your camera off, and whatever you feel comfortable, you should talk. It's not necessary you need to tell a ghost story. We can just have how we are having a conversation now about the horror movies, about OTT, blah blah blah. It makes more sense for people to come and talk. So anyways, since no one is joining anymore and it's 2 hours 35 minutes, I need to sleep, I need to go to work tomorrow. So yeah, thank you everyone. And before I end the live stream, once again I would like to tell you, this live stream was only for entertainment purpose, and we do not, especially I, Desmond Fernandes, will not spread blind faith and superstition in any of my live streams. So whatever you heard in today's live stream, it's only for entertainment purpose. Do not take it seriously. Do not, take it to an extreme level where you start imagining things or where you start getting scared. Become like Hani, have gin and go to sleep. That's how I can tell you. So Tata Bichu saying thank you for streaming, Desmond. Good night. Thank you. Please do join me on all my live streams every Tuesday around 11:30, not 11:30, 11:59 Indian Standard Time. So do join me on all of my live streams. Sometimes I do it on Saturday as well, but every Tuesday I'm going to see you. So thank you once again, and I shall see you in my next live stream. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Ciao.